How many folks had pops when during the last technique? Anybody get some pops? Yeah, so keep in mind that if you pop a bunch and that it's really just gases being released from between the facet joints, and it takes time for that gas to build back up. So if you would just pop a bunch, you're probably not going to pop again, but that's okay, so keep that in mind. So go ahead onto your right side, please. And just relax right there. Where's the up there? Up there. Ah, to go up, you pull up. Wish we were that smart in our clinic. You push down to go up. Makes no sense. Okay, so go ahead, sideline for me, right there. Palpate. Find a segment that we want to target. And I'm going to just flex him a little bit here. So he was in a little bit of an extension. Did you notice that? So I just put him in a little flexion. Go ahead and straighten your bottom leg out a bit. And just relax there. Again, I still want to get into a little more flexion. Palpate that segment I want to target. Ooh, see how that's nice flexion right there. Put this right in here. Next, take your arm here. Go ahead and grab my elbow. I'm just going to rotate you right down. Across the right there. There you go. So now his arms are across there. So see how I'm in nice and you just relax. Tighten. Obviously, you don't have any contraindications here. Keep this up a little bit. This arm's stabilizing. My arm here is adducted. I'm not out here trying to do this. Adducted. I'm up nice and close here. Take up some of that tension. See how I winded it up a little bit there? And so now if the manipulation's here, coming down, so bringing the pelvis this way. If he's up vertical and I drop down, it's going to be compression of the innominate. I don't want that. So he has to rotate past vertical a bit right there. So I rotate him past vertical. Take up a slack quickly. Okay? Yes. Oops. So, you okay in that position still? So, notice again, flexing to that level. And I really took my time in that setup. And that wasn't just for educational purposes. I do that in the clinic as well because that's the most important part. Got the rotation there. Here, again, arms in close. Roll him towards me. I'm just dropping my butt. I'm just dropping my butt. Now I like this position too because I can start here. I can say, hey, how was your weekend? Good. I had a good weekend. You do grade 3s. How's that feel? Any change in your symptoms? No change in my symptoms. All right, I'm going to do grade 4 now. Do a little bit of a grade 4 there. How's that feel? That still feels pretty good. All right. I'm going to give you a quick little thrust. I'm going to feel a pop, normal. Okay, just a quick take up slack and then it's a quick thrust from the thrust. Now, you can go to, actually go back to that position for 1 second. Now, my thrust is here just for academic purposes. I'm going to keep them there. I took the time, I set them up. The thrust is delivered. I'm just here, and I'm just doing this. Dropping my butt. So keep it easy. Don't make it difficult. Use your body weight. For those folks with spinal stenosis, we'll often just relax right there. And see how when I set him up, his leg's like a diving board. That's a good setup there. If he's like down like this, leg up like a diving board. For those folks with stenosis, I usually walk around here. And I don't manipulate them, but I'm here. I'm just through the long axis of the femur doing some oscillations this way. So here, just chatting with them. So just getting some manual mobilization, grades 1s and 2s to introduce some motion to those segments, maybe some 3s, but it's nice and gentle for those folks. They can tolerate this position. Did you do your home exercises this weekend? No, I didn't think so. No, so you can just chat with them and have a good conversation and really try to get some mobility in without being overly aggressive. It might help. Okay, so go on, you guys, right? Questions? Yes?
How much of hip flexion do we target for?
I'm sorry?
How much of hip flexion do we target for?
So you'll flex the hip. Let's just get somebody here real quick. So Anybody just hub up just for a second? Yeah. I'm not going to do it. I will show you that point, answer that question. Okay, so what I'm doing, go ahead onto your side here. Other side. Other side. Okay. So I'm palpating that segment, let's say, and I'd have the shirt up, palpate that segment. And I want to have flexion at that segment, then I want to have some rotation in that segment, right? And then I'm going to get that side bending when I use the arm. So this hip flexion, I'm going to flex until I feel flexion underneath my finger. So, oops, so these are a little stretch in there, but see that? As soon as I do that, he flexes, right? That level, that's how much. So it's not an angle here. It will differ. If I'm up higher in the spine, I might have to do a little, there we got it. So it depends on where you are in the spine. And yeah, we want to target and feel it. And then when you rotate, just rest my elbow, rotate right down so you feel some motion at that segment. And so really that's how you determine how much hip flexion and how much rotation. You're not thrusting here because that's going to be compression. Roll past vertical, there. Now when you roll past vertical, keep your pressure up here. Don't do this and let that off. Because you need to maintain side bending and rotation similar to the supine technique. Questions about that?
So we did 3 oscillations and then at last we did mandibles.
You can do whatever you want, just the minute's key. I just get in there sometimes and do some grade 3s, grade 4s. That's feeling pretty good. There's no set mobilizations or any at all, but then you get in there and feel the restriction and then you'll thrust from there. Make sense? Okay, let's give it a try. I'll be walking around, pumping out.